Alright guys, so it's a Tuesday, and that means I'm bringing you another episode of My Favorite Weapons Battlefield 1. Today I'm bringing you the M1903 Springfield Experimental. Now the Springfield itself was actually developed obviously in 1903 by Springfield Armory, and it saw service from World War I until early Vietnam. It went from a standard issue rifle into a kind of a sniper's choice style of weapon. Now, it initially fired a 30-06 round, and there were over 1 million of these rifles produced, so they were literally everywhere. And today you can still find them as collector's items, hunting rifles, or whatever. But the focus here is actually going to be on the Peterson device. This was designed by John Peterson in 1917. It was intended to give troops an advantage as they entered the trenches. They could just swap the bolt, insert the Peterson device, which fired a 30 caliber round, which is a pistol round. So if you're later when we get to the stats, you may notice that a lot of these stats are very similar to some of these smaller, faster firing pistols, because you're firing the exact same round out of a rifle. So I digress. The weapon never actually saw service in the war, and almost all of the different Peterson devices were destroyed after the war, except for about 100 that managed to escape, for fear that they would fall into the hands of bandits, criminals, what have you. In the game, this weapon is going to do a max damage of 26.5, which is a 4-shot kill at close range. That's not bad. I think that's very fair. But after 14 meters, the damage is actually going to fall off to, all the way down to 13.5. So it decreases very, very, very quickly. You're going to go from fairly strong, right in your face, to ass real quick. It's got a rounds per minute of 359, a muzzle velocity of 400 meters per second, which makes it very hard to use versus moving targets at a distance. It's got a 41 round magazine, which is like, holy shit. If you run through all the ammo of this, you're really on a tear. And its reload time is 3 seconds when completely empty and 2.25 when it's still got a round in the chamber. Not bad at all. You can bam, 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 get that new magazine in, and it's 41 rounds. I always have a bad habit of reloading the rifle after every kill, so I never even get that 3-second reload. It's 2.25 all the time, and that kind of consistency, if you've watched any of my videos, is something I really prize. Now this weapon is definitely a spam cannon. You're going to want to mash that trigger. Don't worry about wasting ammo. I'm sure there's going to be a support somewhere. They'll drop you some. Maybe. The recoil is 0.28 up and 0.1 to both the left and the right, so that again is very, very good. You're not going to deviate much off target. Even if you're moving, it's not bad. It's the exact same recoil spread as it is ADS as it is on the hipfire. Hipfire from this weapon is as good or better than any pistol. I mean, there's no reason to aim down sights in a close quarters battle with this particular weapon. My preferred loadout, on the other hand, is a 1.5x magnification. A sidearm, personal preference. I don't really need to use a sidearm with this weapon, like I've already said. It's very good at close range. With the pistol, it's very similar to pistol stats. You don't have to worry about that. I use the tripwire bomb or K-bullets. Now, I've seen some people use the 1903 Experimental with K-bullets to kind of replicate a true sniper, and they'll use that for their long range shots. I don't really use it that much. I don't like the K-bullets. I feel like they take too long to use properly, and most people don't know where the weak spots are to shoot the vehicles because they're not very accurately portrayed in the game. So I don't use those. I prefer the tripwire bombs. Throw those down around the objective, get a free cheap kill, or an assist counts as kill, which is good. You're still getting the points. And of course, the #1 gadget for any scout, I use spot flares. I use spot flares like crazy, especially with this gun, because it's going to enable you to flank properly. Now, as far as playstyle goes, with this gun, do not be the aggressive guy. Don't sit there and try to take on automaticos, shotties, assault class in general face to face. Flank, harass the enemy where they're not expecting it. You've got those spot flares, get them up in the air as fast as you can. In this video, you'll probably see me shooting them off 100 times. I'm just dropping constantly on the objective, around me, wherever I am. You've got that. If you're not flanking and you still want to be effective, you have to use cover effectively. Okay? Don't fire from any weak positions. You shouldn't fire from weak position if with any weapon, but much less with this one, because this weapon has so many drawbacks that you're going to really have to stack the deck in your favor. Fire from above them, fire from their sides, hit them when they're not looking. Do whatever you have to do. Cheat. Win the particular gunfight. You actually can win a lot of one-on-one gunfights against people because they see that scout over your head and they're like, okay, it's just some scout. I can close the distance and I'm going to fuck him up. Well, that's not true because you can spam fire them to death. This gun is a spam cannon. Like I said, don't worry about wasting ammo. You can get more. just stay alive and keep hammering your targets. So anyway guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I really hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please like, comment, or subscribe, and have a great day, and stay tuned for Thursday. I think I've got some pretty good topics coming up. Have a great day.